Hey guys, what's up? My name is Brandon. Today we're going to be reacting to THEODD1SOUT's very first Pokemon Nuzlocke. Now, I'm a Nuzlocker as well. I have several years of Nuzlocke knowledge, with almost half of my life being hardcore Nuzlocke knowledge as well. And I was really interested to see this video pop up on my feed, and I was thinking, hey, I can react to this and provide some of my own insight. Enjoy this reaction to THEODD1SOUT's very first Nuzlocke. Nice Game Boy intro.
A Pokemon Nuzlocke is a set of rules that turn a normal playthrough of Pokemon into a hardcore playthrough of Pokemon. You're only allowed to catch the first Pokemon you see per route, and if any of them faint, they actually don't live anymore, and you can never use them again. The game I will be Nuzlocking will be Pokemon Ruby. Not because I'm copying Jaden, but because Gen 3 is my favorite generation, and out of the 3 games, Ruby was the one I played as a kid and bought with my own money.
Oh.
It was $40.
Nice.
Imagine paying that much for a copy of the game now. Also, full disclosure, I've seen other PokeTubers who have a deep, uncanny knowledge of this game and use calculators to make the best, most optimal plays, but I'm not quite at that level yet, so I might make choices that some could consider suboptimal.
I thought grass was like super effective against water. Why is he super effective against me?
But if you can forgive me and look...
The reason why is because that water type also happens to be a poison type. Yeah, just for the record, so this is going to be like a very beginner level Nuzlocke, obviously, with first Pokemon Nuzlocke at all. Me, personally, I do Nuzlocks that not only have these rules, but also have no over-leveling as a rule, no items in battle, and set mode, which I would assume James here is not playing with, which is completely fine as a beginner, like I said. So let's keep going.
Past all that, then let's get out of this truck and start our adventure. Let's see. Someone's already picked Torchic, and when I played this as a kid, I picked Trico. So that means we're left with Kipmud. After defeating my rival's Trico, I headed to Oldale Town and caught my first Pokemon that would be joining our team.
I would like to also say real quick, Mudkip is the best starter in Hoenn. A lot of people debate on what the next best one is. I personally think it's Trico, because then you'll have an easier time in the Elite Four, especially against... I mean, I guess it's game dependent, because Trico I think is better for Emerald, but then I guess Torchic would be better for Ruby and Sapphire. Poochyena, one might think, doesn't have that much of a niche in this game, but first off, it's an Intimidate user, which is pretty handy. And also, you can use Protect strats. You can use Protect and Shadow Ball on Tate and Liza. There aren't really good users of Shadow Ball, in my opinion, in Gen 3. So, Mightyena with a high attack stat actually does pretty well with the Shadow Ball TM.
Floof the Poochyena. I'm guessing naming Pokemon after pets is very common in Nuzlocks.
No.
A Zigzagoon?
Zigzagoon is pretty good. Stab Tackle is very nice to have. And quite honestly, it being able to learn HMs is really nice. The one thing that actually I think makes Zigzagoon and I guess Linoon to an extent pretty nice to have is Pickup. Because Pickup makes it so you can just randomly pick up items after every battle, and that includes wild battles. So that is one of the benefits from grinding, which I'm very concerned about now that I think about that in this run.
I'm probably not going to train her up or anything, but she will be useful teaching useless HMs too.
Right.
What's that, Igzy? You have an ability where you pick up random objects?
Oh, well, look at that. I just mentioned it.
A revive?
Oh, that's not handy.
Igzy. I can't use these. Wandering through Petalburg Woods, some guy asked...
I disagree. It may seem weird to get a revive in a Nuzlocke, but what you can do is you can sell that at the Pokemart for more money. And money is pretty useful to have, especially if you're Nuzlocking a game for the first time, let alone your first ever Nuzlocke.
The main reason Gen 3 is my favorite is because the best Pokemon ever Breloom makes his debut in this game. Why, if I found a Shroomish in this forest, I would probably react like this.
This guy was being truthful.
I named Shroomish Goat because...
Shroomish is interesting because on paper, Breloom is really good, but also if you want to get its best move Spore, you have to wait until like level 53 to get Spore, and that means you miss out on a lot of moves, which kind of sucks. But generally speaking, most Nuzlockers don't go for Spore on Shroomish just so they can get it for Breloom. Usually they just want to get like Force Palm and stuff, Mach Punch, and all that. Breloom's just really good. 130 attack. It's really strong. It's the same attack stat as Machamp, and that thing has 4 ripped arms, and Breloom has 2 stretchy arms.
Because not only is he the greatest of all time, but because I was also working on this other video about goats, so I had a lot of goats on the mind. We made it to Rustboro Town and challenged Roxanne, the Rock-type gym leader, but thankfully we picked the water starter, so, you know, Kidmup, do your thing. I caught a Tailo on Route 116, and keeping with the naming Pokemon after pets theme, I named him Ari2.
Nice reference to Jaden. Tailo is amazing. You gotta be careful with how you use this thing on Brawly, which may sound weird because it's a flying type on a fighting gym. But that Makuhita from Brawly can hit really hard with, I believe, Vital Throw. So you probably want to stay sharp on how you use this thing. But if you get this thing to swallow, especially if this thing has guts and a good nature, and you save it for the Facade TM after you beat Norman, this thing will hit like a truck. And guts is super abusable in Nuzlocke because you can put a status on this Tailo like burn, poison, and just go to town on anything that isn't a Ghost Rock or Steel.
Not to spoil anything, but don't get too attached to RE2, Jake.
God damn it. Oh no, did he lose it at the fucking fighting gym?
We sailed to Juford Town and saw that the second gym was a fighting type gym, so that meant fighting type weakness. It was RE2's time to shine.
He's like actually a higher level.
Oh no. Don't tell me it actually died here. Okay, that's one.
I didn't like that. He's too high of a level.
Despite being a lower level,
I disagree.
we decided to wing it and managed to defeat everyone's Pokemon, only having to tap out at Brawly's Makuhita, which Kidmup mopped the floor with. Hey, when did you start walking on 2 legs, Kidmup? The next HM we learn is this terrible move, Flash. The only thing Flash is good for is lighting up a dark cave that technically isn't even required to progress through the game if you know where you're going.
Yep.
I, however, do not. Currently,
Makes sense.
Goat is the only one on the team who can learn Flash. But I'm like 80% sure once a Pokemon learns an HM move, they can't unlearn it.
Make that 100%. Now, the only way you're able to get rid of HMs at all is if you go to the move deleter, which I don't remember where he is in this game, but you can remove HMs and at the move deleter. That's it.
So I really don't want to teach this S-tier Pokemon an unforgettable F-tier move. Oh boy, an Abra! I bet he can learn Flash. Oh boy, a Zubat! Okay, I'm kind of fudging the rules here. This Zubat wasn't technically the first Pokemon I saw on this route.
That's fine.
But does it even
let's
count
actually see how this
as
go.
an encounter if all you do is look at a Pokemon and then they teleport away?
Excuse me?
Look, I just need this useless Pokemon to learn this unrequired move. Zubat, I'm calling you Mr. Flash and immediately teaching you...
Okay, so 1, Zubat cannot learn Flash. 2, Zubat is an excellent encounter. 3, I personally do count Abra teleporting away as your failed encounter. But again, it's for a first Nuzlocke. It's fine. Just play however you want. And that's another thing. Don't gatekeep on like how people play their runs. That's not cool. Zubat is a fantastic encounter in this game especially. because Crobat is a thing that exists, and it can actually, it's one of those mons that can surprisingly deal with Winona, who is one of the biggest run killers in this game, and I would say that's pretty important. Otherwise, it's just a good all-around Pokemon, so best keep it around. Am I on fucking Internet Explorer or something?
Goat, you can learn Flash. After clearing out Team Magma from a museum, we were ready to take on Watson, the electric-type gym leader.
So, Watson is a very hard gym leader if you don't have Marshtomp. Because he has Marshtomp, he is completely fine. This is one of the easiest gym leaders in the game if you have Marshtomp. Because ground types are just dominant against electric types, and especially Watson, who for some reason doesn't have a Hoenmon on his team. He has a Voltorb, a Magnemite, and then a Magneton. Why?
Luckily, we picked the water ground starter, so...
Yep.
Kid 'em up, do your thing.
Yep,
Now
there you go.
what? Do I go here? Here? How did I get here? During my wandering, both the Pokemon I named after pets evolved into bigger versions of themselves.
Nice.
And Goat learned Headbutt.
Can I
Nice.
get rid of Flash?
Nope. Just get rid of Tackle, though.
Listen, I don't have a problem. The reason I'm this excited
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
is because one of the prizes you can win at the casino
TMs.
is a Pokemon.
Oh, well,
a
that too.
Pokemon that may help me build the perfect team. So, before I checked what the prizes actually were, I bought 500 coins for a measly 10,000 Pokédollars.
Oh, no.
Just TMs?
Yep. TMs.
Dolls? I just wasted a lot of money, didn't I?
Good
Yep.
news though, Goat evolved into his perfect form and learned Mach Punch.
Nice. He still wants to get rid of
Right.
Flash.
Eventually, I talked to the right NPC, taught Iggy Rock Smash, and while exploring a
Dang,
fiery
alright.
path, I caught my first Fire-type Pokemon,
Okay.
Numel.
Numell's pretty decent.
man.
It is What was I about to say? It is situationally good against Flannery, and that's really all it's good for. I mean, it can kind of deal with Steven in the champion fight, but generally speaking, I don't really know why you would want to like bring this around with you otherwise. I mean, it serves as an electric immunity, which is always nice, but you've already outrun your electric run-ins.
Even though Numels can be found in the desert, have a big hump on their back, and evolve into something called Camerupt, for some reason, I never looked at this Pokemon and thought, camel. I always thought, fire cow.
That's really funny.
So that's why I named her Cooked Beef. Then, on Route 114, we encountered a Zangoose.
Hello.
I have no clue what this Pokemon does, but it looks way cooler than all the Oddishes and tiny birds I kept running into.
Zangoose is pretty alright. I don't know how good it would be in this game in particular, but I guess it serves as a ghost pivot. I'm not really sure. It does have high attack and speed, so that's kind of nice.
So it had to be awesome. Cooked Beef, the 9 levels you have on this goose are more than enough to weaken it. Hit him with an
Oh,
Oh!
Cooked Beef! So, my only fire type died to a quick attack that did 50 damage. Zangoose, or should I say Beef Eater, you can join the team for now, but just know, we could have killed you at any point.
was that sword stance boosted? There's no way that quick attack could have killed, like, just normally, right? That had to be no, that had to be a quick attack boosted by sword stance. The fact that it was a crit really didn't help either, but really? Did that do that much just from a regular quick attack?
It was a challenge not to kill you. We headed up a mountain and fought Maxie, the leader of Team Magma, who had his own floof Pokemon, which Goat took care of,
Yep.
and he had his own evolved cooked beef.
That's really funny.
I sure wish I had one of those on the team. Hey, Beef Eater, why don't you make yourself useful and fight that Crobat?
That's a Golbat. He did pretty good. Ooh, using strength on Zangoose is actually really good. I should probably do that more often. But if I get a better move, then okay, yeah. Otherwise, no. Fair enough.
Okay, that's kind of cool. As we went down the mountain, who did I encounter but
Who's the new Pokemon?
Another Nimble.
another Numo? Immediately, I abandoned Beefeater to make room for Return of King. Before we take on gym number 4, I think I figured out a way to get...
So this run is not using the duplicate clause, apparently, because his first Numel died, and then he caught another one, which is okay to do. I personally like playing with the duplicate clause. I said that really weird. Basically, that clause makes it so if you find a Pokemon as your first encounter that you already happen to have, you can re-roll your encounter to get something else, possibly. It expands like the amount of Pokemon that you can get, as well as just like increases variety. But that said, you're not required to do that. I personally just like playing with it. But yep, that's fun.
Get Goat to forget the move Flash without having to beat him over the head with a 2x4. A little Pidgey told me that Goat was about to learn a new move at his next level. So, by placing him in the Pokemon daycare and doing some light cardio outside, he'll level up, learn the new move, and forget Flash. And my plan worked like a charm.
Yeah.
It really sucks that this is the only way to get Pokemon to forget an HM move.
That was actually, I did not even know that was another way you could get rid of HMs. That was really interesting to learn.
You'd think they'd have some, I don't know, a move deleter NPC or something. Now you'd think that since I picked the water starter, that the fire type gym wouldn't be an issue.
Flannery can set up Sun.
But it was. Floof and I quickly learned why biting lava was a bad idea. Thankfully, Kidmup, who I don't know why I didn't send out first, took out both of Flannery's Slugmas with no issue. But then she sent out
Torkoal.
Even though Kidmup
This Torkoal,
was using...
dude, this Torkoal is a menace. Oh my god. This thing is actually diabolical because this thing holds the white herb with overheat. So you get 2 max power overheats, possibly with the Sun.
A super effective move, he only did this much damage. Meanwhile, Torkoal's body slams were doing this much damage. And paralyzing us. Okay, Goat, I know you're the Goat, but you understand why you can't fight a fire turtle, right? RE2, looks like you're up. Finish her off with a steel whip. Ah!
Yep.
Dude! RE2! No!
I mean, you can't really do much about that. You're in a really tough situation. But what you could do is you could pivot around using that Marshtomp. And what you could do is basically switch to a Pokemon who is weak to overheat, and then it baits the AI into using overheat, so you can swap back into a fire-resistant Pokemon, such as the Marshtomp, the Camerupt. Wait, what level was it? 28. Actually, I don't even think you get a Camerupt at this point or another. Yeah, never mind. Marshtomp is like really your only best option here. Flannery's still kind of tough, not gonna lie.
What do we do? What do we do? None of you are great choices. What I really need is a turn to heal up Kidmup, but... Hey, Igzy.
You sacrifice.
Are you aware of the concept taking one for the team?
Good
Given
idea.
dire circumstances,
that is an excellent
felt
idea.
like the best choice. Sorry, Igzy. With Kid...
That is an excellent plan. Using a useless Pokemon in battle and using that turn to sacrifice it and heal another Pokemon is a brilliant strategy.
Kidmup healed, we managed to get Torkoal's health really low, but then Kidmup refused to finish the fight because he was, in his words, immobilized by love. Kidmup, I know you're letting this turtle body slam you on purpose, and you're sick for it! Do you really think we have a future together? Okay, Goat, I know this is a fire turtle, but she's mostly using body slams. Could you please punch this turtle's head off without falling in love?
It did. Nice.
We earned our 4th gym badge, but it wasn't without some casualties. RE2 and Igzy, we wouldn't have made it this far without you. Thanks for everything.
Nice.
We traveled into a sandstorm where I picked up 2 Pokemon, this fossil, and this weird Pokemon I've never seen before, Baltoy. Alright,
Nice.
King, my second chance at a fire type. I know this isn't your natural habitat, but why don't we train here in the desert for a bit? Oh, you found a Baltoy. I just caught one of those.
That's probably
sure
not
what
the
its
best
moves are,
idea.
though.
But no, it's...
God!
Yep, that'll happen. Yeah, Baltoy is one of those Pokemon that can explode out of nowhere, which is kind of a shame, especially if you're looking to get a Camerupt, which is admittingly nice to have.
Okay, team. I know everyone is upset this thing shares a species with the Pokemon who blew up King, but it possesses psychic abilities that I believe could be very useful. So, please everyone give a warm welcome to King Eater. No one step on it. We headed back to Petalburg City and faced gym number 5.
There's an
My
Oddish?
dad. Also, I brought ODD1SOUT's just in case we had another Igzy type situation.
That's really funny. Yeah. Oddish is interesting to have. Vileplume is generally better to have compared to, say, Bellossom because of the extra poison type. Which actually would be pretty useful for the water gym later in this game.
Am I an integral member of the team? You sure are, bud. Despite a few close calls.
Couldn't you just Mach Punch again with the Breloom? I feel like you could do that. Unless it doesn't kill there.
Dude!
That's an
Finish him off.
Oh, yep.
No!
Everyone, including ODD1SOUT's, made it out alive.
Oh my god.
Nice.
Good thing we have free healthcare. I don't know what I'd do if someone took away my free healthcare. Not right now, Goat. Across the water on Route 118, I caught Pikachu the Electrike.
Nice. Electrike's pretty interesting to have. Manectric overall is but I personally like using Mega Manectric in my ORAS runs. If you ever for some reason play it, I think it's a really fun mon to use. But this isn't relevant to this run. Manectric is overall a sub-decent electric type.
Great.
I don't know, he's electric like Pikachu, and his head kind of looks like Pickles, so...
That's really funny.
Whatever, having an electric type on the team is huge. After inspecting all the Pokemon...
Dude, this animation, like with every animation for some reason here on YouTube, this looks incredible. I love these designs, especially the Mightyena. Oh my god, it looks so floofy.
I figured Mr. Flash's flying poison moves could be useful. So I evolved him into Golbat, and then... Here you go, daycare lady! Alright, my favorite Pokemon, who wants some ice cream? Gosh, I love you guys. I couldn't ask for a better team right here. At Fort Tree City, we were ready to take on Winona, the flying-type gym leader.
You know, his team would be better if he had a Crobat. I'm just saying.
Wait, this weird lizard's blocking our path.
Oh, hi,
Kidmup,
Kicleon.
can you... Oh, cool, you're back on 4 legs again. Also, Pikachu, why are you blue? The only thing that stood between me and Winona was this incredibly hard
Funny
two-piece
puzzle.
puzzle.
I'll get through this.
This is taking so long.
Oh, figured it out.
Pikachu was able to spark Winona's Swellow, and Kidmup, through sheer willpower, tanked all of Alteria's earthquakes, narrowly avoiding death by 8 hit points. Good
Nice.
work, Kidmup. Pikachu, you know what to do. I found a TM for Ice Beam on a...
Nice. That is one of the hardest gym leaders, possibly like in the entire vanilla Pokemon series. If you don't know what you're doing with that Dragon Dance Altaria, you will get swept. But hey, Swampert did the done thing.
an abandoned ship, and King Eater, you can learn Ice Beam?
Yep,
I'm
for some
sorry
reason.
It's taken me this long to realize how awesome of a Pokemon you are. You know, King Eater, with you on the team, I think we'll be okay without a fire type. I entered Lily Cove City, and my
That's
rival
really funny.
wanted a rematch. Kidmup knocked out her Swellow, no problem. But
Oh
then
my
she
god, it's
sent
level
out
40.
Grovyle. Ooh, I know the perfect matchup for this. King Eater, why don't you show this grass type that new move you learned?
Okay.
Dude!
You don't need me to tell you that is a terrible idea. Even though you're intrigued by the fact that this Pokemon who is able to somehow learn Ice Beam can possibly use it on this grass type, it still has a very disadvantageous matchup. Claydol in particular also has a possible thing where it could get Pursuit Trapped. Now, what does it mean to get Pursuit Trapped? Basically, if you're low on your HP, Grovyle here could possibly have a random move between clicking either Leaf Blade here or Pursuit. Pursuit catches your switch and will kill you before you even have time to swap out your Pokemon.
Are you gonna use the Hyper Potion? No!
That's a crit. Oh, it's an Overgrow! That's another thing. It's an Overgrow. That's why Claydol died here. Also, that's your Ice Beam TM.
I can't believe I got that upset at losing a Pokemon that before this challenge, I had never even considered playing with. If any members of the Claydol lover community are watching, I'm sorry, I didn't know he hated grass.
Yep. Grovyle in that situation was also still, like, really scary. Like, cause, like I said, Leaf Blade has a chance of clicking Pursuit, and then also the Overgrow ability, which I completely forgot about until it died without a crit just now.
Alright team, we're not fighting any more gyms until each one of you is in peak physical shape. Floof, why haven't you evolved into Hondoom yet? What about this fossil?
It doesn't.
Is this fossil any good?
That sure was an animation, I gotta say.
Pick the plant one. We got the plant. What about Mr. Flash? Has anyone seen Mr. Flash? Why hasn't that loser evolved yet? Hey, buddy. So listen. We're friends, right? You know, Goat had to stay in the daycare once. Yeah, it was to forget the move Flash. Look, Mr. Flash, I know I technically shouldn't have even caught you, and I named you after a garbage move I thought you could learn, but I want you to evolve so you can be the best version of you on the team. Don't you want to join the team? I have this soothing bell you can hold on to. Welcome to the team, Mr.
Nice. Crobat is amazing, and I actually have a Nuzlocke viability video about that coming soon, because I have all of Gardevoir, Crobat, and Swampert coming up next in my Nuzlocke viability series, which, by the way, you should check out. I'm really trying my hardest to transition that series from a short series into a long-form video series, but I'm still gonna upload shorts about it once in a while. But yeah, I'm excited to cover Crobat because I have some interesting opinions on, like, all these Pokemon so far.
Flash. With the team stronger than ever, I surfed my way to an island that had a Pokemon graveyard inside a tall building, and
Does
for
he
the
get a
first
ghost?
time ever, I could actually grieve with the other trainers.
Yeah, don't they have to have friendship at a certain level to evolve? Not at a certain level. Rather, Golbat just needs to have enough friendship and then get one level, and it can evolve. And having an early Crobat is insane.
That was a great battle, dude. Yeah, it was. Here's some money. So, Kidmup was holding an amulet coin, so you actually owe me 600. We defeated more Team Magma Grunts
Nice.
at the top of the tower.
Abusing
and
the
on our
amount of
way
money you
down,
get.
I caught what I thought was going to be a super awesome Pokemon, but turned out to be a little disappointing.
Let's go!
My third chance at a fire type, my
Vulpix.
son, the Vulpix, which I immediately evolved into Ninetales.
Okay. I have something to say about that. You want to wait until you level it up really high, because the problem with stone evolutions like Vulpix, like Ludicolo, Nidoking, having those at an early level, sure, they have good stats, but their movesets suck. They have terrible movesets. That Vulpix is going to be stuck with Ember or something like that.
Why was she a disappointment? I don't know. You'd think a fire type would have no problems defeating a Gloom, but alas.
Yep.
I'm not saying Ninetales is a lame Pokemon. I'm saying mine specifically was.
No, yeah, yours definitely was. Because, like, again, that thing just doesn't have good moves. And you have to wait until it levels up high to get stuff like Flamethrower. That's, like, the move that you want on Vulpix, especially. After you get that, then you can probably just evolve it into Ninetales.
Floof and Kidmup easily cleared the Psychic Gym with Shadow Ball and Surf, and with that, we just have one more gym before we...
It's heating up.
Is the sun on fire? So I haven't really been paying attention to the story, and now the legendary Pokemon Groudon is angry. And as much as I would have liked to have Groudon on the team, I never found the Master Ball, so we're not risking it. Oh, hey, Wallace. Oh, you're the water-type gym leader? Oh, I hope my fighting grass Pokemon will be okay. No, you don't have to fight the Celio. I'll get Floof to do that. And with our 8th gym badge, we could finally travel through Victory Road and face the Elite Four. Aren't you forgetting something?
The fucking Gardevoir body pillow. Oh my god. That's so funny.
I don't know how you want me to respond to that. This is it. Our final challenge. Each one of you has trained very hard. And as a reward, you'll each be receiving a piece of candy.
You get a candy, 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 and you get a candy.
Nice.
This is it. This is gamer moment to the max.
I can't believe I actually caught Groudon in my playthrough. Yeah, it's very good to have.
Kidmup and Goat were able to finish off Sydney's Pokemon with their water, ice, and fighting moves, and my 2 dogs, Pikachu and Floof, crunched and bit all of Phoebe's ghost Pokemon. Pikachu might be cursed, though. Against Glacia, my son finally stopped being a disappointment and fire blasted her Glalie.
Nice.
Then I tried to get Goat to drain her Celio, forgetting he didn't like ice.
Leech Seed. Oh.
Okay.
Ice
Swap
and
out.
birds. Those are his 2 big no-nos.
Mm-hmm.
Luckily, Kidmup was able to
Fire as well.
earthquake the rest of her Pokemon. Now it was time for the 4th member of the Elite Four, Drake. His Altaria was defeated by Kidmup and Floof,
Nice.
but they both took some damage. Against his Flygon, I sent out my son.
Okay,
Then Flygon dug a hole in the ground, but by the time he came up, Mr. Flash was waiting for him and took him out with a fly.
Oh, nice. Good job. I was very scared for a second.
Drake's next Flygon, I sent out Goat.
I don't think, because he doesn't like birds, and Flygon's a dragon.
Yeah, Flygon wasn't a bird, but I forgot a very important aspect about dragons.
Give him my dynamic punch. Nope.
That's really inaccurate. Oh yeah.
Oh no.
They breathe fire.
Oh, he knows flamethrower.
Fire and poison, those are his other 2 no-nos.
Yep.
Instead, Floop and Pikachu crunched Flygon's head off, and then I
Really?
used Kidmup's last Blizzard on Salamence.
Okay, I'm gonna need this blizzard to hit. Please.
Nice.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
We had done it.
I was really
my
scared for that
goodness.
We had
Ninetales.
cleared 4 champions with some very close calls, but we are all still alive. Now it was time to face the 5th member of the Elite Four. What, you didn't know about the secret 5th boss that's in
The champion.
every Pokemon game? We had one more challenger, Steven. Steven sent out a Skarmory, which was the perfect lightning rod for Pikachu. Then Kidmup took out Aggron with Surf, and my son defeated Cradily with Iron Tail. Then Steven sent out a Metagross,
interesting move choice.
and things got messy.
Oh,
I
yep.
thought Kidmup's
That
Surf would be
Metagross is
super
scary.
effective against this rock with legs. Turns out it wasn't.
Phew. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I have an idea.
What are you doing?
If you can last another hit, that would be amazing.
You wanted to Earthquake there.
Oh, Hyper Beam!
I think you're dead.
Kidmup, my
Yeah.
starter Pokemon, had been taken out.
Okay.
At least he got Metagross's health low enough that Floof could easily finish them off.
That's it.
Yeah, that's a thing that you can do. One thing you want to keep a note of for champion fights is that at this point in the run, you can just sacrifice Pokemon. Like, you can be like far more lax with how you sacrifice them, because the thing is, winning a Nuzlocke with one Pokemon alive is the same as winning a Nuzlocke with 6 Pokemon alive. It's a win. So, yeah. I would say you can just sacrifice more Pokemon like that.
Then Steven sent out his own King Eater, which I knew from personal experience they hated getting crunched.
I know this Pokemon.
Yep.
He hates getting crunched.
Light screen, it makes crunch actually do less damage.
You're getting crunched. It's probably because the special defense went up.
Floof eventually took down Claydol, even though Steven used a full restore on it 3 separate times.
Of course. Of course you were.
Yep.
Stop it!
Which I get, man. I'm part of the Claydol lover community too. Next was the last Pokemon we needed to defeat.
Armaldo.
Armaldo. One hit from its ancient power badly injured Floof. So for this final fight, I sent Goat to finish him off. Goat, because he's so awesome, poisoned Armaldo just by standing next to him, and then promptly sky uppercutted him straight in the jaw, just barely knocking him out. Armaldo was clinging onto life when the unthinkable happened. Armaldo knew a bird move.
Oh, Aerial Ace.
No!
No shot.
Goat had
I completely forgot about that.
Only to
I would have lost my
inches
Braylon there.
away from the finish line. I could have sent out a level 5 Zigzagoon and still would have won, because Armaldo died to poison on the very next turn.
The poison's gonna finish it off!
Yep, it will.
Right?
But you still win. You still win.
No!
What do you mean, no?
No! Not Goat!
By all accounts, Goat had defeated Armaldo, but he didn't make it, and neither did Kidmup. That was my starter and my favorite Pokemon. No, I don't want this trophy. I want Goat and Kidmup. Colleagues, friends, Wally, we gathered together to honor 2 of the bravest Pokemon I know. One of them from the humble town of Littleroot, and the other from a patch of grass in Petalburg Woods. Together, they faced gyms, rivals, and a plethora of wild
They actually
Pokemon.
did together. That's
And
so
when
fun.
the final challenge came, they didn't back down.
This sucks. I hated that.
And that's how my first Nuzlocke went.
Dude. Brew Wurmples, dude.
Good video. I gotta say, good video. I'm actually surprised that you didn't have more deaths. But hey, you made it, man. Good job. That sure is a video. If you want, go check out the odd ones out in the description below. And while you're at it, please subscribe to me as well. I'm really struggling. But yeah, I would say sacrifice more Pokemon. You need it.
Okay, yep.
Oh my
Whoa!
God. What was that sound?
Oh, it's a psychic trap. Oh my god. He's so scared.